Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. And today, I'm doing the final reading of the final chapter of the prophecy of Israel from the book of Zion. I'm very excited about this. Um, so here we go. Chapter 24 of the book of Zion, in the last days. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake, as in the Ancient of Days, in the generation of old. Art thou not that which hath cut Rehab, and wounded the dragon, and that thou not it which hath dried up the sea, the waters of the great deep, that hath made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to go pass over? Strengthen ye the weak hands, confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, Be strong, fear not, behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense, and he will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high God hath wrought towards me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders! His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the tops of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth from Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. I am your God, Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Thus saith the Lord, Keep your judgments, and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from doing any evil. Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, The Lord hath utterly separated me from his people. For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbath, and choose the things that please me, and take a hold of my covenant, even to them will I give mine house, and within my walls a place and a home better than the sons and of daughters, and I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Also the sons of strangers that join themselves to the Lord to serve him, and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants. Everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant, even they will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be acceptable on mine altar, for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people. And the Lord God, which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, saith, Yea, will I gather others to him besides those that are gathered to him. Set ye up a standard toward Zion, retire, stay not, for I will bring evil upon the north and a great destruction. Enter into the rock, and hide ye in the dust, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty. To go to the clefts of the rocks, and to the top of the ragged rocks, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terrible the earth. Wherefore it shall come to pass, that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion, and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the Syria, and the glory of his high looks. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and I will cut off their prey from the earth, and the voice of the messenger shall no more be heard. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord God, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in a clear day. And they shall go into the hole of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arise to shake terrible the earth. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city he layeth it low, even to the ground. He bringeth it even to dust. And I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none pass by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. And he said, The Lord will roar from Mount Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the inhabitants of the shepherds shall mourn, and the top of Carmel shall wither. She is utterly empty and void and waste, and the heart melteth, and the knee smiteth together, and much pain is in thy loins, and the face of them all gather darkness. For wickedness burneth as fire, it shall devour the briars and the thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be the fuel of fire. No man shall spare his brother. The Lord hath prepared to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. I will utterly consume all things off of the earth. Land, saith the Lord. The holy city is a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem is a desolation. Our holy and our beautiful home, where our fathers praised thee, is burnt up with fire, and all our pleasant things are laid waste. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn with it as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto ye that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness rise, with healing in his wings. And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves in the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under your feet. In that day I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Remember ye the laws of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and the judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah and the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And ye shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. And it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shalt call me no more Baali. For I will take away the names of Balaam out of the mouth of her, and they shall no more be remembered by their names. And in that day I will make a covenant with them, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of the heavens, and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and will make them to lie down safely. And I will betroth thee unto me forever, even ye, and I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness, and in judgment, and in loving kindness, and in mercy. And I will betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know the Lord. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will hear, saith the Lord. I will hear the heavens, and they will hear, saith the earth. And the earth shall hear the corn, and the wine, and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. And he shall swallow up death in victory, and the Lord God shall wipe away tears away from all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, for the Lord hath spoken it. And the strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of aliens shall be your plowmen, and your vine dressers, that confirmeth the words of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messengers, that saith to Jerusalem, Thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judea shalt be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof. So ends the prophecy of the Old Testament, or Ketuvim, the prophecy of Israel, the prophecy of Zion, that prophecy of which I have now fulfilled. So, next time, we will begin the rest of the dissertation of the Pot Smoker's Bible. There will no more be Book of Zion passage or chapters, because that's done now. Okay? So, At the end of the Pot Smoker's Bible, I am going to do a reading of the entire prophecy, the Book of Zion, by itself. So you will be able to hear the entire prophecy as it was written by the prophets in their own words, put into the only logical order that I could put them into. I challenge anybody out there to take the same passages that I used or any of the passages of the prophecy of the Old Testament and find another meaning to it and use all of them that are relevant today at this time that cannot be verified through history in other places, as I did. So, the Book of Zion is done, which means I have fulfilled my task, because the Pot Smoker's Bible is commentary. That's not the book I was supposed to publish. The book that I'm required to publish in order to fulfill the prophecy of Zion and to save a third of humanity is the Book of Zion itself, the words of prophecy, the words of the sons and daughters of Israel, the words of Abraham's children, the true prophecy of the Bible and of the Ketuvim. So, next time we will begin with the last part of the Pot Smoker's Bible. And until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light in the unicorn way. Be the joy. Stay happy and high, my friends. Know that I'm doing everything I can to give us the best future that we can possibly have. Help me so that we can all live happily ever after. So until next time, later, because I'll never say goodbye.